When you go to an NFL game, you're paying for the ridiculous hot dogs, the beer, the ticket, and parking, and all these other things. So what if you felt a little bit more special because you got something that would last forever at the end of that game? We're going to talk about how the NFL is giving NFTs away to ticket holders coming right up. So Heather, check this out. The Jets. We found this article. You and I
Who are the
on
Jets?
the Jets.
Who are the Jets?
The Jets are going to be offering limited edition NFTs to a game on January 2nd versus the Bucks. Which, first thing I have to say is that's actually a good move because Tom Brady's coming to town. That's smart, right?
Focus. They're not the only NFL team
That's true.
that are giving away NFTs right now.
Yeah, they're just announcing it. It's like the Jets are just so strange in that way. But the first one was, who was it? It was
the 49ers and someone.
And Cardinals.
Okay, so it's just a standard now that football teams are giving away NFTs when I buy a ticket.
If you're a ticket holder and you got an NFT at the end, would you be like pumped?
First of all, I think it's really interesting that they're doing it. I think it's awesome because there could be a lot underneath that NFT than what we're seeing right now. I mean, at first glance, when you see, oh, I'm going to get an NFT from the NFL, it's like, what am I going to do with this little digital playing card on my phone? I need that storage. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of media up in my phone. But what's interesting, what we know about NFTs is you can, first of all, keep track record of the games that you've been to as like a flex move. Like if you've been to several games, there's now proof that you've been, besides like physically keeping tickets and receipts. You can have it all on your phone. But also too, I'm curious to see if they incentivize people who have been to certain games or a certain amount of games with different perks. Maybe I think if they're not considering that, that's a big loss right there, because that would be the reason I would want to keep all my NFTs, is like if there's an incentive there for collectors, right?
I agree. So like I used to collect my stubs from big events I'd went to, like the Rose Bowl or the national championship for football when it wasn't the college football playoff and all that stuff. And it's super cool, right? Like it's cool, but like it's in a box and it's wherever. But I think you're right. And we've talked about this in like one of our podcast episodes or previous ones, which is the things that you have on display on your house that you care about and that you think are cool. Like not enough foot traffic is going to come in your house to appreciate those things the way you want people to, right? But if you have your wallet open, you're like, yeah, dude, I went to the freaking undefeated Buccaneers season of 2024 or whatever, then maybe you look like the shit. Or maybe if the NBA does this and you have courtside seats, you could be like, yeah, I was courtside. That was me. And it's in the blockchain. But, I mean, it's a flex, but like, I don't think these are sellable. Like, are you going to sell it?
Yeah, exactly. I think the whole collection thing's interesting. I remember when I was younger, I used to collect football cards, if you can believe that, Richard. Yes, I had albums and albums of football cards. And so that's what this kind of reminds me of. Is this going to be like a collection of like a series or something? Maybe you could resell them for something like that. But again, I think I'm curious to know if there's anything in the smart contract with these NFTs, if they're like, there's any kind of perks or discounts. Maybe when you go to get that beer or that hot dog, do you get a discount? You know what I mean? Next time or whatever. I don't know.
Well, I'm going to read some of this article. Okay, so it says here, for the first time ever, the NFL and New York Jets are offering opportunities for Jets fans to get their hands on digital collectible NFTs. And then it says limited edition NFTs are produced in collaboration with Ticketmaster, who's clearly realized an opportunity here. So yeah, I mean, that was not included in the article.
Which is smart because they have places like Ticketmaster is going to have to start innovating in order for them to still be in business.
Totally. So let's see. Only buyers who purchase tickets through the NFL ticketing network, Ticketmaster, StubHub, SeatGeek, or Jets ticket office are eligible, et cetera, et cetera. So it doesn't really say anything else. Okay. Like that's all it really says.
Well, think about how many people are actually even going to know what their NFT is. Like they're going to be going through and receiving this NFT. Do they have to set up a wallet? Like, what are they going to, they're probably going to end up deleting them because they're going to be like, what's this? You know what I mean? Understandably too.
So this is really interesting. Let's just imagine 25,000 people are going to this game, right? I wish I had a number, like an accurate number in my head of some way we could track this, but like how many people actually even know what an NFT is?
Most people don't.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like,
Right.
it might mean shit now, but in a few years, I think it's going to be a big deal. And then if you have an NFT from the Super Bowl, like all of a sudden, maybe it's a moment, right? Like NBA Top Shots has moments like a layup or whatever. It could be like a touchdown pass from Tom Brady because he's still playing at 50 years old or something. Who knows? But that part is kind of cool, but it doesn't really tell you. So I think the challenge here is, which is the challenge with what it was with the internet and iPhones and all that other stuff, is you're going to have to educate people, but we're early.
Yes.
It's still super early.
Yeah. And that's where the gap, I think, is going to be a potential gap with holders and, quote, another wealth gap is people who are educated in this right now are able to take advantage and maybe buy up those NFTs or trade or actually collect them and not delete them whenever they go to the football game or whatever, because they know what those actually mean, or let me say what they could be in a few years. I just think there's a lot of frustration because, again, people don't know what they don't know. And so whether they're going to be worth something or not, I think it's important to be educated on what they could represent, because you don't want to toss something that actually could be a big deal in 10, 15 years.
I totally agree. Let me show you this real quick. The virtual commemorative tickets for sale on 17 November, these became available. So NFL virtual commemorative tickets, and there are, I don't know, a few available. The lowest price I see here is $975, and the highest I see to buy is $9,998. There's 125 tickets total, and this is on the Polygon network. We've never really covered that before, and we could, but it's basically a way to connect all Ether related blockchains. That doesn't really mean anything. But look, Heather,
Richard,
you go to this game and you're like, I'm such a ridiculous diehard Ravens fan,
49ers.
Niners fan, and then you're like, y'all. I could get this virtual commemorative ticket and it's almost $10,000. And maybe you think that might be really cool and you have enough money to do that. But here's the first stumbling block. Unless they've listened to any of our episodes or looked at any articles that we've put in our show notes, people are going to be like, I got to do a what? Wait, you want me to do Coinbase? You want me to do MetaMask? What the fuck is MetaMask?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's going to be this is going to be really interesting, I think. But yeah. It is forward thinking.
It is. It is. So what do you guys think? I want you to comment down below. Are NFTs now going to be a standard? Is that something that you're going to expect when you purchase your ticket? What do you think the future is? How is that going to impact things like sporting games moving forward? Are these going to be collectibles? Do you want to buy somebody's ticket that they went to last year that you weren't even there? Like, is that even appealing to you when you collect those? Comment down below and let us know.
So for the record, so we have this on file. Who's your favorite team? Do you have a favorite
49ers.
team? Niners are your team? I like Jimmy G. I think Jimmy G's a pretty good dude. I am a Pats fan still. Long story, but yeah. I love discipline. I love a system, and that's what it is. So you guys could comment on what she's asking.
I think they all have systems.
Like the Jets?
Well, I mean, they're up in the NFT game, and Gary Vaynerchuk loves them, so we can't talk too bad about them because this is on record.
You're right. Why did I? Now we have it publicly on here that I was shitting on the Jets when our boy might own them one day. Well, comment on your favorite team if you didn't answer Heather's other question, because I want to know who's following who, or if you don't care about football. So thank you guys so much. If you haven't hit the subscribe button and the bell so you know when we're coming up, do it now, and we'll see you later.
Bye.